Hey, what's up, Internet? It is day 2 of Interface Digital Health Summit. I am here with Myriam Joire from Pebble.
How's it going? Yeah.
Pebble! What's Pebble?
It's a smartwatch, but it's really a watch for the 21st century, right? You know, like the smartwatch, like what does that mean? It's like smartphone. Who uses those words?
I'll tell you who uses them. Inspector Gadget, Dick Tracy,
I know.
Batman.
It's basically the idea is that, you know, your watch in the 21st century of connectivity shouldn't just be telling the time. It should connect you to your, to your communications in some way, in some clever way, right? So we started like taking a watch and looking at what is a watch and what is it, tell the time, waterproof, good battery life, and then add to that. So we added notifications so you can get, and it works both with iOS and Android, which is great. So you can pick your platform and pair it to your phone, and all of a sudden you can filter which notifications you get, which email accounts. You don't want to get everything, so you can pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like just now, I just got an email.
Woo. Yesterday was a big day for me. I fired up my Pebble for the first time. So I both got a notification from my phone on my wrist in the morning, and I did one of those things where you photograph a check and it gets automatically put in your bank account in the afternoon. I felt like, welcome to the future.
I know, right? So then the other thing we did was with okay, notifications is great. It's kind of a killer app. People really love it. But this is a little computer on your wrist. And why don't we take some of the interactions you have with your phone that require you to pull out your phone, unlock it, especially if you have a purse and it's buried in there, and maybe do that really quickly on your wrist. Like things like change the temperature on your Nest thermostat, or unlock your Tesla if you have one. I don't, but anyway.
Right. Yeah.
We also have a thing with Mercedes. So,
but almost anything that has an open API, you can write a controller for
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So the watch can be a standalone thing. It can run its own apps. Like this morning, we made a big announcement where we are partnering with Misfit and Jawbone. Yeah. And another company called swim.com.
Misfit's like an activity tracker.
So it's all activity.
Jawbone's like a Bluetooth.
No, but Jawbone does activity tracking too. Like that's their biggest thing. They used to do Bluetooth at first, and now they have that up band that is very popular.
Yep.
So basically, what we've done is in software, a little app gets installed on your phone, on your watch, that becomes the activity tracker you used to wear. So the activity tracker has become the dumb phone of this in a smartwatch world, because an app can, from these manufacturers that have all their expertise with their algorithms, with all their knowledge, gets put on the watch, and the watch turns into
it's incredible,
thing.
man.
And so we have the concept of apps, and you're going to say, well, apps is great, but it doesn't really mean anything if you don't have devs, right?
Sure.
So that's the thing. Pebble couldn't do everything itself. Like we're 100 people now. We were 20 people when I joined a year ago, so it gives you an idea how much we've grown. But we can't do it all by ourselves. So we make as much of it available in an open platform, and anyone can become a developer. And we have tons of developers, lots of apps in our App Store.
Is that one of the differences between maybe you and some of the emerging players in the kind of
right?
smart?
So I think the big difference is right now.
Samsung's in now.
Right.
Apple's
so
in.
The big thing is not only are we're not vertically in one single ecosystem. iOS and Android support means that you're not married to one.
Okay.
Like if with Pebble being $99, the plastic one, the one you have, starting today, we just dropped the pricing. You can now put this in a Christmas sock for whatever your preferred holiday is for the holidays.
It's affordable.
And you don't have to worry about that friend switching from an Android to an iPhone, for example, that same day.
Right. So if you're running Samsung's gear, you can't touch an iPhone.
So the biggest problem with the competition, I think, right now is that they're taking the smartphone concept and shrinking it out to the wrist, rather than take the watch concept and bringing it into the 21st century. I think Apple is doing a bit of that because they're obviously focusing on the beauty and the quality of the materials and the choice of colors and stuff. But they're not really. They're still taking the phone and shrinking it down, which means 1 day battery life.
Right.
We can do sleep tracking because you can wear your Pebble for 5 to 7 days.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
And then the other thing is our display is black and white on purpose because it looks even better in direct sunlight than it does right now indoors. Of course, got a backlight for dark.
It's a feature, not a limitation.
And it gives you great battery life.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. It's on purpose, right? Why not a touchscreen, for example? Well, because you can use Pebble with underwater. It wouldn't work with a touchscreen. Or if you're wearing gloves and you're snowboarding, and we have an app to remote control your GoPros.
Yeah.
So you have a GoPro on the tip of your snowboard.
I've seen that one, actually.
You have a GoPro on your helmet. You have a GoPro anywhere. You want to trigger them all at the same time. You don't want to pull out your phone, fumble with a touchscreen that doesn't. You just push the button on your Pebble.
Cool. So other than typical watch capabilities, notifications. What's the other kind of killer app that people are really having fun with?
So the fitness stuff's becoming a big deal. Health and fitness stuff. The other thing that remote controlling things is becoming
remote control my iPhone camera. You can leave your iPhone camera there and push the button from your watch.
So imagine you put it down somewhere, a selfie cam, you know, and you can do it from behind your back, touching your Pebble. Again, no touchscreen. You memorize what the buttons do. You're good to go, right?
That's right. And
so these are the things we're looking at, just use cases and usability. It's not about making a watch that has a spec sheet. It's about making a watch that is easy to use and actually solves a problem. You know?
Awesome. And what's like one thing that people want they got to wait for that's coming? Like, what do people really want to do with these things they can't do yet?
So the big thing that people are really excited about is customization. You know, when you have a phone, you know, you can deal with its aesthetics, even if they're not 100% your thing, right? You put it in your pocket, people don't see it all the time. But like things like your shoes, your clothes, your car maybe, or you know, your watch in particular are very personal.
Absolutely.
And so what we found is that's why we have the metal one, which is like a high-end, you know, very nicely, like think iPhone 5S in terms of quality, and then we have the plastic one, which comes in funky colors, like we have a hot pink and stuff.
Low commitment,
right?
99
but
bucks.
the cool thing is, the cool thing is the bands are interchangeable. The watch faces, you can go to the web and on their watch face generator is the website. Go there.
Okay.
You can create a watch face from any picture that's on the web.
Awesome.
Like a picture of your friend or your cat. Put and place the time and the date on it, and generate a watch face that ends up on your phone on the spot, on your watch.
So cool. All right.
So customization, style, color, shape, materials, all these things is what people want, and so we're kind of heading more that way. You know, we traditionally launch something new every year.
Maybe I could 3D print my own housing for a Pebble body or something.
So you know, here, if you're like into 3D printing, we publish our model files on GitHub, so anybody can make accessories or do like a cover or something.
Open source all the way, huh?
Yeah,
very good.
That's right.
Cool. Thank you very much, Myriam. Where can people check you out online?
So our website is getpebble.com. You can find me online at TNKGRL, that's on Twitter. Tank Girl without the vowels is how you'll remember it. That's where you can find me everywhere online. So
awesome.
Go get me.
Thank you very much.
All right, cheers.
Myriam and KK signing off from Interface. Over and out for now, internets.